developers building these really compelling large applications on WPF and really taking advantage of the user experience that WPF enables. So this is one of my favorite examples, the Lawson Smart Office suite of applications. So Smart Office is the front end to Lawson's suite of enterprise applications, including enterprise resource planning, supply chain management, customer relationship management. And for a typical user in this application, they spend their whole day in the application. So this is really, to them, an information workspace. And it's very much like a full-screen application, like the Windows shell, except that this application helped them to manage and organize their tasks and their workflows. So let's take a look at the application. So the user interface, Lawson calls it the canvas. And on the canvas, you can customize the canvas with a number of widgets. For example, you can bring up the sales forecast, travel expense budget, as well as general utilities like news feed and calendar. And as I move these gadgets around, you can see that there's a very dynamic layout, and as well as kind of magnetic areas that helps the user organize their desktop. And I also want to point out all the subtle design points that they've added in, such as animation, transparency, that really gives you a well-rounded user experience. So let's take a look at some of the real applications functionality. So you can see that there's a number of tasks here that has been minimized. So a typical user will be working on a number of different workflows, and it's very important for them to be able to quickly switch between them. And things like live preview here really gives them the context to be able to switch between these complicated workflows very easily. And they take advantage of WPF's kind of visual brush to really show you the real live preview of what forms and lists that you're looking at. Like a lot of enterprise applications, the Lawson application is really centered on forms and data grids, to present the information as well as for data entry. But being a primary applications for the user, being able to personalize this experience is very important to their productivity. So one of the things that they've done is they've incorporated a zoom function into all their forms and grids. And you can see that, depending on the readability of the text, how much information you want to display, as well as your personal visual acuity, you can really kind of choose different levels of zoom that kind of best suit your application. And they're really taking advantage, this type of zoomable user interface, they're really taking advantage of WPF's vector rendering as well as automatic layout to be able to do this in a very easy fashion. Let's take a look at another example of the types of UIs that they provided. I'm hovering over these buttons, and instead of just a typical text tooltip, they actually give you a full preview on what forms they're going to bring up. And this really helps people learn to use this complex application. And we also see that, just like the shell, they have, quick user interface to let you switch between, different tasks that you're doing. And here it shows, how the integrated 3D experience can really kind of bring together the application. And it's really great to see Lawson's really taking advantage of WPF to build this really distinctive and differentiating user experience and really enhancing the end user's productivity. So.
Yeah, I love that application. They've really done a good job with that.